Good evening and welcome back to another video. This is Down with Doug. Welcome back to the channel. I'm working on my 2005 Lexus LS430. I have inherited the notorious subwoofer problem. I had actually already gone through and bought the kit from Sound Solutions, refoaming the surround on my subwoofer. I've seen a lot of videos of people posting on how to remove the subwoofer. In the various trims, there's different ways about doing this. A lot of people said you gotta go in and cut a hole in the back of your car because you can't get the panel out without tearing apart your interior, which is true. You really do need to tear apart your interior, but I just couldn't bring myself to cut apart a car that's in good shape just to make something easier. So this is a little tear down on the 2004 to 6 LS430 ultra luxury trim. It's different depending on which trim you have. I would say that this is a little more work just because of having the reclining seats, because there's no pass-through. But removing the rear deck is so much easier. You don't even have to take it out. I've actually already tore half of this apart while getting the sub out and doing the refoaming process. So this is going to be a little reverse process on assembly. The first things you need to do is lift up your headrest. I have the powered headrest, so you have to do this before disconnecting the connectors. They're currently removed. I needed the car. I have a daughter and a son, but my daughter's in a car seat, so I had to put the car back together. But what you're going to do is you're going to go in here and pry off these little caps. I have no clue where it's at right now because the parts are just randomly laying in the car. Here's one of them, just a little plastic cover. There's one there, and there's one on the passenger side. After you do that, you pry back on this. You just get inside of it and pull it back. It comes loose, pops down, and then there is another bolt right here. I'm going to get a light then so you can see this a little better, but you need to remove this bolt as well. I'm going to show it on the passenger side. The rear seats pop up just like any other seat. You're going to get under the front lip and pull up and pull up. And there's two retaining spots where the seat's actually hooked into place. There's one here. There's one in the middle. And then the passenger seat has, well, the passenger side seat has two as well. So I'm going to go ahead and mount the camera up, try to get a better angle of this. So the process of removal, you're just going to get under the front of the seat. This one's already popped loose, but there's a clip, and then you'll tip the seat up and pull it forward. On the ultra luxury trim, maybe even the custom luxury, there are rear seat heaters. There's a clip down here that it plugs into. The connector's right on the side. I'd actually tore this apart in the past and never realized that I forgot to connect that clip. I don't sit back here. There's a car seat on this all the time, so I never noticed it. I believe these are all 12mm bolts. Just going to get the wrench out to take that off. One thing I can say is in some of the videos they show you removing the whole rear seat backs. You do not have to do that in the ultra luxury trim. All you need to do is get your seats loose and fold them down. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. I was looking for that. There are ventilation hoses for the ventilated seats. They're just zip tied on. They pop off pretty easy. A lot of the other videos on the other trims show you removing the lower trim, the side trim, and this upper trim to get the rear shelf out. As soon as I get the other side of the seat down, I will show you that it is easy without doing that. So there you can see we have the seat down. Doing this in order to get the rear deck off, there's actually two plastic trim clips, one here and one that goes on the other side. They come up easily with just a trim removal tool. I'm going to try to get the camera in a better angle here. From this point, all you have to do is pry up gently in the center, and this panel will deform enough that you can get the sub in and out without even removing it. And that's all that's to it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the sub in, and we're going to get it mounted back up. My wife's been driving this the last couple days, and I'm going to say some questionable braking rolled these bolts all the way up under the center of the car. Only thing is, with the seat backs in, there's no real place to get your body. Reconnect this. I'm going to find the plug for the other side, because there's plenty of little holes where things go missing. Okay, we're back. So all we got to do is get the back seats in place. There's this little flexible rod that mounts to here and over here. Those are just held in place. We got to make sure that we reattach our vent tubes for the ventilated seats. Sorry for my back to the camera. This isn't going to go easy with me showing everything. Get down. Front here. There's 2 bolts on the bottom, and then there's these 2 up top. I have found getting them to easily line up is not as easy as it sounds. So pardon me for getting in front of the camera here. There's one bottom one. Just going to put one of the nuts on it just to keep it from popping off. I'll get the camera down and show you where these are at then. There's the other one. There's that one in place. All scuffed up. And I'm just getting these threaded for now. Actually don't want to put this center one on because the passenger seat goes through that same bolt. Just reconnecting the ventilation hose. Get the bottom 2. Bolts on. Took that bolt off and immediately lost it. Just a little finicky getting these lined back up for the reclining seats with the posts. Probably shouldn't have tightened the bottom until I did this. Let me loosen these back up. Part of me thinks, and I didn't pay attention to it, that the passenger seat or the driver's side seat goes on first. Right here in this bracket, it almost looks like this one has to go behind this one. I didn't realize that when I took it apart. And I'm also missing 2 bolts, so I'm going to take a break and see if I can find my missing parts. That's what it was. This seat's bracket had to go behind this seat's bracket. Now it popped in right where it should be, and this one easily lines up. The only problem is I lost both of those bolts somewhere. They're in the car. I just gotta do some digging and see what I can come up with. I know they're in here because I didn't take any pieces out of the car. I'm thinking they likely just got lodged in the hardware somewhere or under the front seat. So I'm going to take a little break, get some dinner, and then we'll be back. All right, we're back, getting everything buckled up. Got the bolts back on. I've got the bolts in the seat back on. All that's left to do, this trim piece is magnetic. It slides down and clips right into place. We're going to bring our armrest up. My workers are busy next door. The bolts that I was actually missing, I was just oblivious to them. They were sitting right here. Gonna go ahead and get the rear seat buttoned back up. Show you how this goes in place. On the rear seats, there is a little post that'll slide down into a retaining clip there. Actually, I forgot to tighten those rear bolts up. Loosened them earlier. And I need to remember this time to plug in my connector for the heated seat. That just clips in right on the side. We're going to get the post make sure that that's going in. Actually want to make sure my seat's fully upright. Seat upright. Have that. Slide into place. And then there's the retaining clip in the front, which is fighting me. There. That's settled in place. The passenger side one goes in identical. Got the clip on the side right here for the heated seat and the 2 areas that it clips down in place. I'm not going to pop this one on yet. I want to vacuum this up a little bit because my kids like to leave messes in the car, and I'm going to clean this up a little bit. It's just from this sitting against the rusty latch. And then all that's left is a trim cover that pops onto the back there. So this is how you replace the subwoofer on a late LS430. Say hi.
Hi.
Without cutting the back up, without tearing all the interior apart. Say hi.
Hi.
Wave for the camera. Can you wave?
Hi.
There you go. So those are my helpers. If you guys have any questions, just comment below. Oh, the last thing is just popping these trim caps back in place. But other than that, we're all finished here. If you have any questions, like I said, drop a comment below. But thanks for watching another video. If you enjoy it, please subscribe.